Hello everyone. Welcome to Jagran Public School Noida. In this session, we will discuss about the exercise of metals and non-metals. But before that, we will do some uses of metals, non-metals and their alloys. So let's start with our topic, that metals and non-metals, chapter 4, exercise solution. First is uses of metals. All of you must be knowing that metals are very hard and are very good conductor of electricity and heat. So metals are used in making wires and sheets. Metals are used in making wires because they are good conductor of electricity, and sheets because metals are malleable in nature. So because of these property of metal, it is used for various purposes. For example, copper and aluminum wires are used for conduction of electricity. In electrical equipment, etc., iron wires are also used for fencing and for various other purposes. For fencing of any ground or any field, because it is having a great tensile strength as well as ductility. Iron sheets are often used for making roof sheds. So because we are able to make the sheets from the iron, that's why iron sheets are used for temporary housing or roof sheds of a temporary houses. Metals are used in making machinery, automobiles, utensils, industrial gadget, water boilers, etc. Because metals are very hard and a good strength, that's why it is used in making machineries and automobiles tools. And for utensils and water boilers, because metals are good conductor of heat, that's why metals are used for making utensils and water boilers. Next is use as alloys. An alloy is a solid mixture of two or more metals or metals and non-metals. So alloys of metals are used in making coins, satellites, stainless steel, wooden ship, sheathing and casting. So alloys are mostly having a property of metals because they are made up of two or more metals. When in the molten state they are combined together, or with the combination of metals with non-metals. Alloys of metals, mostly stainless steel is the best example which you are having at your home, the stainless steel utensils. It is an alloy of copper, nickel and iron with proper proportion. So when all the three metals combine together, it will have a good or better property as compared to the individual's metals property. For example, stainless steel has a property of corrosion free, shiny in nature and light in weight when all the three metals combine together. So stainless steel is an example of alloy, is the combination of three metals. Alloy like duralium has a great strength and it is used in aircraft, pressure cooker, automobiles. So duralium again is a mixture of aluminium and with another metal, which make this duralium little light in weight, more strength than aluminium, so that it can be used as in aircraft and other automobiles part. So these are some alloys which have a good or better property than their constituents metal. Some metals like iron, sodium, calcium are essential part of our body. So metals, either it is in a pure form like iron, sodium and calcium, or either in the mixed form of the two metals. Always metals or alloys are have a good property, alloys have a good property than their constituents, metals. Now the uses of non-metals. Non-metals are widely used in our daily life, like iodine, chlorine, sulfur are used in medicines. They are all non-metals. Phosphorus is essential for our bones and teeth. Some other interesting uses of nonmetals are oxygen. All the gases, as everybody knows that all the gases present in the atmospheres are nonmetals. So oxygen is required for respiration. Carbon dioxide, which is present in nature, is a green plant gas which helps to carry out photosynthesis. Non-metals like nitrogen and phosphorus are also used in fertilizers for plants, and for better plant growth, nitrogen is an essential part. You all know that the rhizobium bacteria absorb the atmospheric nitrogen from the atmosphere so to prepare their food. So nitrogen is the essential part for the plant's growth and to prepare their food. Non-metals like chlorine is also used in the water purification process. Non-metals like iodine is used in purple colored solution on our wounds as antiseptic. And non-metals such as sulfur is used in a firecrackers. So these are the uses of some non-metals which are widely used in our day-to-day life. So now this is the assessment zone of your chapter 4. These choose the correct answers are given as we already discussed in the class. Fill in the blanks is there. Now come to the give reason. Question is why sodium is kept in a kerosene? Because sodium is highly reactive metal, and if it will not kept in kerosene oil, it will burn even if in the presence of oxygen and moisture of the room. So the burn in the presence of air and form their corresponding oxides at the room temperature itself. That's why sodium always kept in dipped in kerosene oil. The reason for the second is why the zinc displaces iron, because zinc is more reactive than iron. Next one is why the color of the copper sulfate changes when the zinc rod is dipped in it. Because zinc is more reactive than copper, so it displaces copper from the copper sulfate solution and form a zinc sulfate. That's why color changes. In brief questions, the first one is, question is in your book. So why the silver object tarnish their color when exposed to air? Because silver object tarnish with time and get a black coating of silver sulfide. Because of this silver sulfide formation, the appearance of the silver become blackish in color. Next is which property of metals make it suitable for jewelry? So it may be the property of luster, ductile, and malleability. Both property, all the three property can be there for the metals suitable for the jewelry. When potassium react with potassium hydroxide is formed and large amount of heat is evolved. What happens when the potassium react with its potassium hydroxide? So when potassium react with potassium hydroxide is formed, water, potassium react with water, potassium hydroxide is formed and large amount of heat is evolved. With a burning of, with a explosion burning of hydrogen gas. Which property of the metal convert into sheets? So malleability is a property by which metal can be converted into sheet when hammered. Next is what happens when magnesium react with dilute sulfuric HCl, hydrochloric acid. When magnesium react with hydrochloric acid, magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas is released. Sixth question, Why aluminum is always used as a foil for packing food and other material? Aluminum is used as a metal to make foil because it is malleable and can be beaten into fine thin sheet. As well as aluminum is a metal, so it can keep the warmth of the food in itself and act as an insulator. What happened in the displacement reaction? In the displacement reaction, more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal, but a less reactive metal cannot displace a more reactive metal. One example is given. Now the answer in details. Why the non-metal oxides are acidic in nature, and with example. Non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. It is because when they react with water, it leads to the formation of acidic solution. For example, when sulfur dioxide is dissolved in water, it leads to the formation of sulfurous acid, which is acidic in nature. Now the reaction is SO2 plus H2O. H2SO3 is a sulfurous acid. What will happen when copper is dipped with the silver nitrate solution? Silver nitrate formula is given AgNO3. So this is a formula of silver nitrate. This is silver nitrate. What happened when copper on being dipped with silver nitrate solution form copper nitrate? So this is copper nitrate. It displaces silver due to their position in the reactivity series. And so the copper, this is the copper, it displaces this silver from the series and copper nitrate is formed. This is the copper nitrate. So this product is formed when the copper being dipped in silver nitrate solution. Next is when a metal above hydrogen in the reactivity series react with dilute acid, it displaces the hydrogen from that acid and takes its place. The hydrogen gas evolves and make its way out of the container. What happened when sulfuric acid react with zinc? That is zinc sulfate and form and hydrogen gas is released. So when a metal above hydrogen in the reactive series react with dilute acid, it displaces the hydrogen from that acid and take its place. So here it would be H2SO4. Here I will make it done that it should be, here it should be H2SO4. That is H2SO4 in sulfuric acid. This, in this place, you can just write it down that it is H2SO4. Okay. Now the next one. Difference between metals and non-metals. Metals are very hard except sodium. Non-metals are soft. Metals are malleable and ductile. Non-metals are brittle. Metals are shiny like iodine. Non-metals are not luster except iodine. So except iodine comes over here. So non-metals are not lustrous except iodine. So just remove the iodine from this place and write over here. This is the portion of iodine. Means when you wish to write, they are non-lustrous except iodine comes over this place, iodine. Okay, they are sonorous, they do not produce sound. So these are the properties of metals and non-metals. Iodine comes over this place. They are non-lustrous except iodine. So iodine, the example of this iodine will be in this place, right? Iodine over here. Now the next question is alloys. Regarding alloys, an alloy is a substance made by melting two or more elements together, at least one of them metals. An alloy is a homogeneous and retain the properties of metal, even though it may include metalloids or non-metals in its composition. Over 90% of the metal used in the form of alloys. Alloys are used because their chemical and physical properties are superior for an application than that of pure element. Typical improvement include corrosion resistance, improved wear, spatial, electrical or magnetic properties, and heat resistance. So these are the properties of alloy which make them good or better position than metal. Aluminium is used in making electrical wire because it is ductile and good conductor of electricity. That's why aluminium is used in making electric wire. Why the cooking utensil is made up of metal but the handles are made up of wood? Cooking utensils is made up of metals but handles are made of wood because metals are good conductor of heat so that we can able to cook our food, but the handle is made up of wood because wood is a bad conductor of heat which save our hand to burn out. Next is chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Metals react with oxygen to form basic oxides, non-metal form acidic oxides. All the properties of metals, metals react with water to form hydrogen. Metals react with water to form hydroxides, as well as hydrogen gas is released, NaOH, when sodiums react with 2H2O from Na, 2NaOH plus H2. Non-metals do not react with water. Metals react with dilute acid to form salt and H2, that is NaSCl twice Na plus H2. Non-metals do not react with dilute acid as they cannot displace hydrogen. So these are the chemical property. Basic oxide, so they form first basic oxide. Non-metals form acidic oxides. Metals form hydroxides. Non-metals do not react with water. In dilute acid, they form salt. So this is the example of salt, that is NaCl is a salt and hydrogen gas is released H2 in the form of. So all these questions you need to do in your copy in proper order. So this is the last one. So just complete your work, this chapter 4 in your fair copy, and understand the chapter with the help of video. And thank you everyone.